Today's episode of What's the Score is brought to you by Audible.com. You can get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial by going to www.audibletrial.com/WTS Sports Quiz. You can find over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/WTS Sports Quiz. Broadcasting from the Attention Era Media Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, this is What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe, the man who's marking 1 year since he started torturing all of you with his terrible jokes. And now, here's the man who's gotten the worst of it. You might even call him the host with the most. The host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. Welcome to another edition of What's the Score. We are celebrating our 1 year anniversary this week. It is a true milestone for everybody here at WTS. To celebrate Game Master Scheibe, we thought, playing games about sports news from the past week would be an appropriate way to celebrate.
That makes sense to me, yeah.
Yeah, of course. So if you'd like to be a part of a sports news quiz history, why not visit our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com, and sign up to be a contestant today.
You can also find the show on demand on iTunes, iHeartRadio, the Sports Podcasting Network, and on our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com.
Time now to meet our panelists this week. We've got two new ones. First up, he is an executive producer and a show host at the Big 920 WOKY in Milwaukee. Please welcome Armen Saryen.
Hey guys, and welcome. Thank you for having
Good
me.
to be here.
And congrats on your 1 year anniversary.
Thank you.
Let me get this. My second place trophy I always win. I'm gonna give it to you for your 1 year anniversary present.
I appreciate that. We hope to finish first, though, and not second. Next up, he is a former sports producer at WTMJ and currently a play-by-play announcer for Comcast and Preps Live on WTMJ.com. Please welcome Barry Nelson.
Thank you very much. What an honor to be here for your anniversary show.
We're glad to have you here, Barry. It's
awesome
exciting times.
Exciting.
And finally, he is a news anchor, commentator, and talk show host at News Talk 1130 WISN. Please welcome Dan O'Donnell.
Hey, great to be here, guys. Congratulations on a year doing this show. And as I start here, I'm reminded of Larry Bird walking into the All-Star Game locker room before the three-point contest.
Oh, yes. Here we go.
Which one of you guys is playing for second? Boom!
I'm Craig Hodges.
That's a true story,
I had assumed so. I feel like Dan isn't much of a BSer, a very straight shooter with his comments. Well, we're excited to have all of you on the show this week. Two more big additions to our panel. We're excited to welcome both you, Dan and Barry. From what I understand, Dan and Barry, you guys used to work together.
Oh, yeah.
Are you planning to be friendly today, or is it just, gloves are off?
Nope,
against
all hate.
All hate?
You notice the space between
I was
going to
say, and Dan answered first, so Barry was like, I guess we're going with hate today, I guess.
I just go with the flow. That's all I do. So.
I'm just letting them beat each other up, and I'm just going to slide right through.
Exactly. Armen's like, they're going to beat each other for second and third, and I'm going to be like, I finally won.
Baxter, we've known each other for what? 15 years. It's
Wow,
got to be the three of us. And Armen, we've known each other for at least 10, right?
Never heard of you, Dan.
Well, it's time to get this show on the road with our first contestant game. Joining us on the phone to play Quotable Context is Tiffany Lynn. Welcome to the show, Tiffany.
Thank you.
All right, Tiffany.
Congratulations to the first year, by the way.
Thank you very much. We're very excited and honored to have you join us as well. You're going to be playing our first game, Tiffany, called Quotable Context, where Game Master Scheibe will read you 5 quotes from this past week's news, and you must identify the context of each quote. Do that at least 3 times, and you will win a What's the Score prize. If you do get stuck, however, you can ask one of our 3 panelists for a hint, but only do that on 1 question. So make sure you choose wisely. Are you ready to play?
Yes, I am ready to play.
I love your enthusiasm. All right, here is your first quote.
I'm glad she sang an extended version of the national anthem, took them to church, made them search their hearts.
That was MC Hammer on Twitter this week, among many others, reacting to what singer's performance of the national anthem on Thanksgiving?
Aretha Franklin?
Yes, that is correct.
Ooh. Yes, and she was quite legit, let me say.
There's a lot of mixed...
she wasn't too legit.
Though. Yeah, and exactly. She should have quit, probably. It took her 4 minutes and 35 seconds. What's interesting, too, is they put a graphic up at the halftime show that she had almost half the possession time that the Vikings did in the first half, and I thought that was fantastic.
It's kind of amazing. Another 11 minutes, and she would have been famous for longer than MC Hammer.
Yes. Oh, savage, Dan.
Slay, Dan.
That's all right. She's got my RESPECTs.
There you go. We all love Aretha.
You know, she's the queen of soul. I'm not going to tell her to stop
She is.
singing.
I mean, she's got great hits, At Last and all those other
Right.
fun songs that she's done, of course. But 4 minutes, and if she sang the Super Bowl, I think everybody would have bet the over.
She hit the over, that's
her.
for sure.
yeah.
All right, here's your next quote, Tiffany.
All right.
I have complete respect for the U.S. Army and all it does for our nation.
That was Bill Foley this week. Foley is the owner of what new NHL franchise?
Oh. The Las Vegas.
You do have a hint if you want to use it. It's up
Yes,
to you.
I
Okay.
need a hint.
Okay. Do you want to talk to Dan, Barry, or Armen for your hint?
Let's go for Barry.
All right, Barry.
All
How can
right.
you help out Tiffany?
This is the first part of the nickname is named after a old hotel in that same town.
Oh.
And the second part of the name is a famous former college basketball coach who is very, very fiery.
The Golden Knight.
Yeah, there you go. Nicely done.
Great clue. Thank you.
She needs another point for
I
getting
think
it.
so. I was like, where is he going with
what?
this?
It's like, wait, what? Little Caesar? Like,
the Las Vegas Stardust Krzyzewskis. That's what I had right there.
That was the second name. It got rejected, unfortunately. But speculation, of course,
That
about there being an
doesn't
issue.
count.
No, I think it does. Yeah, you got the answer right. That's all that matters.
No,
Yeah,
I think it counts.
Yeah, and of course the U.S.
Give it to
Army
her.
was saying they're like, look, we're trying to do the same thing. The Cardinals or the Rangers. There's those conflicts, if you want to call them that, in other pro sports. But nobody really is making a big deal about it. It's not like we're going after the U.S. Army. Besides, they would win anyway. So we don't want to even try to fight with that. All right, here is your next quote.
Timmy, I would really appreciate it if you didn't.
That was an excerpt from Tim Tebow's new book, Shaken. This part of the book was referring to what moment between Tebow and Bill Belichick?
Taking the deal, the $1 million contract.
Yes.
Wow.
Taking
Yeah,
it or not
that-
taking it? Which one? Because that
You
makes
didn't
it.
take it.
Yes.
You didn't take it. Yes.
Yes, there you go. That is correct. Yes,
see,
not taking it.
I thought it was Timmy. I would really appreciate it if you didn't. He was talking about playing quarterback.
Yeah, that's exactly.
We need a tight end, a running back, literally anybody else besides, the mannequins that we're throwing the ball to, because I don't even know any Patriots wide receivers aside from Julian Edelman. But they always keep winning.
There's some good ones, but you just never hear of them. But I'm a little surprised he would have done this. I'm assuming it's a very controversial endorsement. It must have been.
That's what I'm wondering, and that's what I'm curious to know too, guys. If you were in that situation, as Tebow and the coach said, please don't take $1 million endorsement deal, would you have still taken the deal?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's $1 million.
Not based off of your current financial standing. If you were Tim Tebow at this stage.
I respect my boss, my employer. I guess you have to make a decision on what's worth more. And
Yeah.
for him, his football career is obviously very fledgling.
Well,
so
he's obviously doing exceptionally well in the baseball world.
right.
Now,
So,
too,
yes.
but
So the endorsement deal may be more valuable for him. So
that is true. I would really like to know what it was, but I don't
His
know.
book didn't say what it was.
didn't
It
say-
just
Supposedly,
No.
from what I've heard at least.
Well, it wouldn't be anything controversial for Tebow. It had
True.
to be something controversial for Belichick
Wow.
because
we'll wait for Belichick's
Oh.
book called On to Seattle.
No, I know what it was. I know what it was, guys. It was a church endorsement because Belichick is actually Satan.
okay,
there you
there you
Oh,
go. Okay.
that makes so much more sense. All right, here's your next quote, Tiffany.
That's why we're
Okay.
We are fully committed, and any reports to the contrary are unfounded.
That was an NFL executive this week stating that despite much demand, what is not going away?
Oh. Do I have a lifeline?
You don't. You've already used your hint, unfortunately. But just,
Okay.
just
Can you repeat it to me?
Yep. Here, I'll give you the quote and then the question one more time. Here's the quote again.
We are fully committed, and any reports to the contrary are unfounded.
That was an NFL executive this week stating that despite much demand, what is not going away from the NFL's normal schedule?
Oh.
It's the one thing people hate on the weekly NFL schedule.
The Browns.
Oh, no. No, not the Browns.
The Thursday night game?
Yes, that is correct. Personally, I will be honest, I forget there are games on Thursday nights, and the games are usually absolutely a disaster. And
They're forgettable
and
anyway.
The color rush uniforms, too. I mean, they're making the colorblind people hate the NFL
That's
even
true.
more than people already hate the NFL.
That's very
I
true.
was at the Packer-Bear game on Thursday night. It wasn't
What was
bad.
so color rushy about white uniforms?
Well, that's why they had to do it because of the colorblind issue. So they had to make some lighter than they were doing in the past.
better
ridiculous.
than all yellow.
I guess. I mean, the Packers have a kind of a cool gold, though. I feel like they could have maybe accented it well.
Well, they would have just had to add the gold shirt, really.
Yeah.
Because they have gold pants and helmet, and I guess the socks.
Wouldn't have been much difference. I feel like you can make a mod for that for Madden and things. And you
My
can get,
retinas were burning as it was.
Oh, that's a you problem there.
That was the first time the Packers had worn white at home since '89.
Of course,
Really?
you know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Lindy Infante thought it was a good idea for the hot games, the sun games.
Oh, the more you know.
And that was one of many bad decisions by Lindy Infante.
May he rest in peace in Packers Hall of Fame. All right, here's your final one, Tiffany. Let's see if we can go for perfect.
Alrighty.
Best record gets home field advantage? What a concept.
That was one of the many reactions on Twitter this week after the MLB announced it was doing what?
They are changing who gets home field advantage at the All-Star game.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done.
Oh.
So I don't know a darn thing about baseball and honestly don't care. Does anybody that knows baseball care about this change?
Well, I'm glad it's changed. I can't believe it lasted for 14 years. I never really liked it. I didn't think it was fair to the team with the better record.
I was actually hoping they would give it to the guy who wins the home run derby.
Yes, exactly.
That league gets
that team gets an automatic playoff bid or something.
But it's
make it more interesting
for us here in Milwaukee at home. I mean, we were the foundation of this rule.
Yeah, we were
during the tie game in 2001.
That's true.
Gotta love Bud Selig for that. True. And you gotta love that the lasting memory anybody will ever have of our All-Star game was Bud Selig with his shoulders shrugged.
That's
I
the
don't
one.
know what to call it.
All right, Game Master Shabby, how did Tiffany do in our quiz?
Tiffany got 5 out of 5, a perfect score. She's a winner.
Hey, congratulations, Tiffany. Thank you so much for playing. We appreciate it.
Well, it looks like we're heading to our first break now, but before we do, I want to mention that Barry gets an additional panelist point for that successful
all
hit.
right, Barry. Storming ahead first.
And when we come back, our panelists will have their first crack at showcasing their knowledge of this week's sports news. Don't go away. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz.
So you're sitting at home probably right now thinking, hey, you know what? What's the Score? Sounds like a really fun show. I'm really enjoying my time listening. But you know what you're not doing? You're not signing up to be a contestant, and we want you to do that. Go to our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com, and click on the contact form, or fill out the contestant form on the front page of the website, or go visit us on Facebook, What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, or on Twitter, at WTS Sports Quiz, and click on one of the social media posts that have Be a Contestant. You could win a great prize. You get to talk to Game Master Scheibe. You get to talk to me. You just get to have sports news quiz fun at the highest level. It seems like a pretty obvious thing, so why are you still listening? Go do that right now. Go be a contestant on What's the Score. We need you. But seriously though, thank you. I appreciate it.
Welcome back, everyone. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe. This week, our panelists are Armen Saryen, Barry Nelson, and Dan O'Donnell. And now, here's your host at the Attention Era Media Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. Time now for our panelists to showcase their knowledge about this past week's sports news. Armen, we'll start with you.
Okay.
J.R. Smith came under fire this past week after he gave up a basket against the Milwaukee Bucks because he decided to do what instead of play defense?
I left the court to give daps to Jason Terry.
Yes,
that's what the kids call it.
Exactly. They said he was just hugging him, but apparently the kids call it what?
Well, daps, like give them what's up, and then
up.
not dabbing, but it's daps is like.
What is daps?
It's like daps
like
is just
bringing
like
a guy in.
Quick little bro hug kind of
just
thing?
giving like bro hug, pounding, what's up, buddy, type of thing. Yeah, it's just a general term.
That, by the way, will be remembered as the one play that best encapsulates J.R. Smith's career.
Oh,
It
yeah.
probably will, yeah. It was a very interesting play, too. He left Tony Schnell wide open, who then went and had the slam dunk, and Milwaukee ended up winning, too, 118-101. I think you were at that game, too.
Yeah,
I heard you talking about $5 you paid to get in.
Yeah, it was a great win, and once again, it wasn't a sellout, so everybody go to Bucks games. I got aftermarket tickets are very cheap, so they're available.
Where do you get your tickets from? I know you never said it on the air, but I was curious. Where does he go?
It's just a great app I use called SeatGeek. It's just it aggregates all the secondary ticket market apps. So
interesting. I like it.
Dan, the next one's for you. The soccer world was rocked this week after what took place to members of the Brazilian soccer team.
Well, it was something I don't even want to joke about or can joke about, a tragic plane crash that killed, untold number, 72 people, something like that. Just
right
awful,
about that. Yep,
awful,
that is
awful
correct,
story.
yes. A very interesting thing. There's being a lot of conspiracy being called into it, too, because the plane ran out of gas, too.
Yeah,
that's the big issue about it, too. And,
I read out of flight range or something. It wasn't supposed to take that range.
It was most likely pilot error, but it does look like the plane simply ran out of gas.
From what I was hearing, too, that the pilot, they got to the airport, but there was a plane on the ground, and they kept radioing down, and the tower wouldn't let them land. So they kept having to circle the airport, and then eventually ran out of gas. Some people are calling foul play. Other people are saying, it's still going to take months to investigate, honestly. So
Still a couple of survivors, thank God.
Thank God. There's, I think, of the 76 or 77, I think there's like 5 or 6, but they've had memorial services. Teams all around the world have been, taking that, that moment to just kind of think about it and like, holy cow, like,
and
could have been us.
This team was at Chapecoense, I believe they're called. They were just up from the second tier league in Brazil up to the top tier, and they were actually playing for the championship.
Yep.
It was just a Cinderella story that turned into an absolute nightmare.
It is, unfortunately. All right, Barry, we'll move on to Wisconsin Badger football head coach Paul Chryst earned a high honor this week. What was that honor?
He was named Big Ten Coach of the Year.
Yes, that is correct.
Well-deserved, too.
Michigan folks will say should have been Harbaugh, but
Ohio State folks will say Urban, and
Exactly.
Penn State folks will say Franklin. So.
So do you agree, even though I know you all are based here in Wisconsin, do you agree with being Paul Chryst? I mean, there really wasn't a lot to be
They were
put on
supposed
the
to
Badgers.
They were supposed to finish third in the Western Division.
Yeah.
And they got to the Big Ten championship game where they unfortunately lost. But
he was definitely deserving. I don't think you could have said they would go wrong giving it to Franklin or Urban, but yeah, Chris was definitely deserving.
Yeah,
So.
I would have to agree with that for sure. I mean, it's obviously you'd have liked the Badgers season to have ended the way it did, or not end the way it did, but I think from where they were predicted to go to where they finished, you can't be
Great year.
Can't not
great
be happy
run.
about it.
Absolutely.
Well, we're heading to another break, but when we come back, our second contestant will see if he can he win a Canadian-centric game. We'll show you what we mean in just a few minutes when we come back on What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz.
Hammer and a nail, stacking them bales.
What's the Score would like to take this time to thank one of our partners, Vavel USA, the international online sports newspaper, for their support. Head over to vavel.com/en-US today as they provide professional reporting on all major sports in the USA. Follow them on Twitter at @Vavel_USA and go like their Facebook page for prime access to the ultimate source for sports coverage on the web. We here at What's the Score are proud to partner with a terrific organization like Vavel USA.
Well, hey everybody, this is Baxter. I just want to take a quick minute to point something out. We've been on the air for almost a year. It's amazing how long this show has actually been going on with all the other stuff that we have going on in our lives. But Game Master Shabby and I have worked really hard, and we are thrilled to continue to be on the air. But there's one thing that we haven't done a lot of so far. We haven't done a lot of live shows. So if you're sitting at home right now thinking to yourself, I really would like a great sports news trivia quiz show to come and do a live event at my church, at my fair, at my restaurant, at whatever, why not contact us? We'd love to come out and do it. Send us an email, wtsportsquiz@gmail.com, or visit the contact form on our website, wtsportsquiz.com. We'd love to chat with you and figure out if we can't come and do some crazy sports news trivia fun with you. All right, enough of this. Let's get back to the action. Game Master Scheibe, take it away.
Hello all and welcome back to the Attention Era Media Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. This is What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master. We have a fantastic panel here today. It's Barry Nelson, Dan O'Donnell, and Armen Saryen, and they'll have the opportunity to show their prowess in just a little bit. Before that, though, here's the host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Coming up, we put our panelists to the test in our Name 5 Panelist Showdown presented by Left's Lucky Town. If you would like to play our games on the air, why not visit our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com, and sign up today.
Playing our next game is Gary Ellenbolt. Welcome to the show, Gary.
Appreciate that, Baxter. Thanks. How are you all?
Doing well, Gary. Gary, as you probably may or may not know, the Canadian Football League season just ended, or the CFL as people call it. So we decided to do a game to both honor the league and inform some of us in the U.S. and abroad who really don't know much about the CFL.
In this game, which we're calling Ode to Canada, we'll give you 7 questions in regards to the CFL. Answer at least 4 correctly, and you'll win a What's the Score prize. If you do get stuck, you can ask one panelist for a hint, but on only one question, so make sure you choose wisely. Are you ready to play?
Okay.
Here's your first question. In the NFL, we would call this game the Super Bowl, but what is the name of the championship in the CFL? Is it A, the Grey Cup, B, Cabela's Legend Cup, or C, the Snowcap Cup?
That would be A, Grey Cup.
Yes, that is correct.
Isn't the A supposed to come after Grey Cup?
Hey!
Good one.
I like that. All right, here is your next one.
Who won the 2016 Grey Cup? Was it A, the Calgary Stampeders, B, the Edmonton Eskimos, or C, the Ottawa Red Blacks?
It was a stunning upset involving the Ottawa Red Blacks.
Yes.
They won it in one of their first few years as a franchise in the CFL.
Wait. Is this the quarterback for the Ottawa Red Blacks
it
on the
sounds
phone?
like it on the phone.
There is nobody who would know this much about the Ottawa Red Blacks season.
No, it was on SportsCenter, so maybe if
They won
watching.
39-33 in overtime against Calgary. And it's not Calgary, it's Calgary. Don't they say like some weird, like, they put the wrong emphasis? I don't know.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Canadians are weird. All right, here's your next one, Gary. Henry Burris became the oldest quarterback to win the Grey Cup MVP at 41 years old. And in his lengthy career, he actually played for 2 NFL teams. Who were those 2 teams? Was it A, the Packers and the Bears, B, the Vikings and the Bengals, or C, the Lions and the Browns? And you do have a hint if you want to use it as well.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the hint on this one.
Okay. Do you want to ask Armen, Barry, or Dan for a hint?
I'm going to go right down the middle in alphabetical order. We'll go with Barry.
All right, Barry. A second opportunity here. What can you help Gary out with here?
The oldest rivalry in NFL history.
Oh.
Okay, that'd be Packers and Bears.
Yes, that is correct. So that would be the correct answer as well. Nicely done.
A little more direct on that one.
That was good, yeah. It's like this team was founded back in this year because, the price of gas was 62 cents. What?
Yeah, right.
All right, here's your next one, Gary.
Sure.
With 36 seconds left in regulation, what play call has become the most talked about play among CFL fans and sports writers? Is it A, Ottawa ran a reverse, which they fumbled, then recovered and ran for a touchdown to tie the game? B, Ottawa successfully executed the Statue of Liberty play? Or C, Calgary elected to pass instead of run the ball in from the Ottawa 2 and was stopped short?
Also, if you could, I'll take a Diet Coke and fries.
Seriously, oh my goodness.
Boy, wish I'd watched the game now, but I was a Saskatchewan fan, which is really counterproductive this year. Give me C.
Yeah, you're right about that. Correct. Would you like fries with that as well, since you're making that order? But yeah, it's Andrew Buckley rolled out right. He didn't have any success and lost a yard, leading to Calgary kicking a game-tying field goal instead of going for the win. All right, here is your next one. This win was considered quite an upset, with Calgary being a 9.5-point favorite. Which of the following was probably a big reason for that line? Was it the fact that Calgary had the best record in the CFL while Ottawa finished below 500? Was it B, Ottawa's star running back slipped away to Aruba to elope 2 days before the game? Or C, Ottawa was missing several starters due to food poisoning? Is that the Canadian national
singing
anthem?
Canada?
How about A?
Yeah, you're right again. Yes, nicely done. Calgary was 15-2-1 with that tie coming on the road to Ottawa. And if anybody asked, this line was looked at after the game. And how can you assess the fact that it was a 9.5-point spread? But Ottawa, like we said, they continued to defy the odds and won the game. All right, here is your next question.
With the win, Ottawa ended a drought of 40 years without a championship. You could say Ottawa was the Cleveland of Canada. Having ended that drought, which Canadian city, home of the AHL's Manitoba Moose, has the longest championship drought? Is it A, Montreal, B, British Columbia, or C, Winnipeg?
That's going to be C, Winnipeg.
Yes, that is correct. I just don't even
He
know
knows
what to
way
say.
too much.
He knows
about
way
Canadian.
too much.
More about Canada. What makes you a Saskatchewan fan? That's what I want to know.
You know more about Canada than Wayne Gretzky. I don't know who else would he.
I was going to say, who's the Prime Minister of Canada?
So Trudeau.
Yeah,
Justin
there we go,
Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau. Maybe we're speaking to him. I don't know. All right, here is your next one. By the way, Winnipeg hasn't won a title since 1990.
Well, now the Jets are back. They have a chance, right?
Yeah,
They didn't have the
opportunity.
Jets for a while.
Winnipeg
so.
Jets. We'll see how good they are. All right, Gary. Like Henry Burris, Ottawa player Brad Sinopoli won an award after the Grey Cup. What award did he win? Was it A, the CFL's best lineman, B, the Grey Cup's most valuable Canadian, or C, the pure Canadian maple syrup's stickiest defender?
As much as I could believe C is an award they'd truly give it, I'm going to go with B.
Yes, that is correct. Canadians are the most valuable Canadian.
Sinopoli also won Boardwalk and Park Place.
Yes, he did. So this is actually a real thing. The award is given to the Canadian player deemed to have the best performance in the Grey Cup, according to Wikipedia, which obviously is the truth.
Right.
The trophy is
And
called...
anyone else who's not Canadian is called an import.
Oh, is there an import award as well?
I don't think there is. There might be, but I don't think so. They're very limited in the number of, quote, imports, end quote, that they can have. But
Interesting.
It's kind of like in Canadian radio where you have to play a certain amount of music by Canadian artists, like 85%. Otherwise, they never get airplayed, probably.
That is literally the reason Brian Adams has
Game Master Shivey, how did Gary do on our quiz?
Gary got 7 out of 7 correct. A perfect
Wow.
score. He's a winner.
How nationalistic of those Canadians.
Gary Ellenbold has been named the CFL commissioner starting as of tomorrow. My goodness. Well, congratulations. All right, panel, some more questions for you from this past week's news. Dan, we'll start with you.
Okay.
You're a parent, of course. You've
Yeah.
got
Oh,
a couple of children. A mother in Minnesota posted a video this last week of her high school student shoveling snow while wearing what sports attire?
Ooh, boy. I'll say Packers jersey.
No, that is incorrect. No, a wrestling singlet. That's yes.
Wait, why?
So
That's some great parenting, let me tell you.
let me
Were
explain.
those the detention students?
No, this was done on purpose. The mom, Emily Law, captured the video. The video she posted said, "This, my friends, is how a wrestler shovels snow." I mean, why bother using a Columbia jacket or heck, even pants for that matter? I mean, needless to say, the kid's made of better
toughness?
things than I
My
am.
mom I would have gotten in big trouble.
She loved it. She was like, "Look at this boy go! Doesn't even need any clothes." I was like, "Mom, you're gonna kill the poor kid."
Well, hey.
I don't think you could pay me enough, even after a heavy night of drinking, to be like, I'm going to put a wrestling singlet on and go out and shovel snow because I am a man. Hear me roar.
And again, it's 2016, and anything can happen.
I don't think you could pay me enough to wear a wrestling singlet.
I think people would pay to see that, though. I think that would be a funny
Certainly
thing.
not me.
All right, Barry, the next one's for you. Joe Thomas plays for the Green Bay Packers. However, what's even more impressive has to do with his father. What makes his father so special?
He was the oldest person to play in a Division I football game for South Carolina State.
Yes, that is correct. His father is 55 years old.
That's
He enrolled
amazing.
at the college to play while Joe was there as well. His son, after his business went under, he carried the ball 4 times on Saturday and then was carried off the field on his teammates' shoulders as well, proving that, never give up on your dreams.
That is quite an amazing story, yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to... I hope to be in as good a shape as that at 55, that I can play in D1 football and take a couple of hits still from kids that are...
I wasn't
Well,
in
you-
shape as 23.
You're a kicker, so you have a better chance.
That's true. I don't
Yeah.
even really need to be in good shape. I still be able to kick far.
Right.
Like Wisconsin's kicker, he's like 220 or something
Well,
like
what was
that.
Morton Anderson when he retired, like 43,
Oh,
44?
he's-
Yeah, that's the best.
Vinatieri's at 42 or 43.
Yeah, Janikowski's up there now, too, and a lot of those guys. It's pretty crazy. All right, Armen, last question. This round goes to you. We know you like to read. We've had you talk about the British sports journals and all those other
Oh,
fun
yes,
things in
of
the
course.
past. So here's a good study for you.
Okay.
According to a recent article from the Huffington Post, actually.
My favorite site.
What sport is actually not as dangerous on the youth level as many once thought it was?
Football.
Yes,
I saw
yes,
this.
that is correct. So, according to the article, basketball is the leading cause of most major leg and ankle injuries, while concussions are still, of course, happening, mostly at the soccer level, though. Then the soccer is becoming almost the more dangerous of the two sports.
At the youth level.
At the youth level, exactly. So,
The only problem is nobody cares in America if you ban soccer.
Well, yeah.
exactly. Like, soccer's gone. Oh, well. What are you going to do? But it's interesting, too. And they did say that more concussions actually happen in female sports than male sports, according to the Washington Post.
Right. I think a lot of the concussions situations happen over the repeated hits over time. So that's why you see so many NFL players that have played years and years and years really suffer from those
I don't know my name anymore.
The long-term debilitating issues, yeah.
Well, we're heading to another break, but before we do, I want to note that Barry gets another point for a successful hint.
My goodness.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What's
that leaving in the dust, Dan?
Come on,
Falling
Dan.
behind.
Catch up.
And it is time for another break, but don't worry, we'll be right back, and our panelists will have another chance at answering some questions about this week's sports news. Don't go away. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz.
Hey guys, this is Baxter. I want to take a quick minute to let you know that we've changed a couple of things here at What's the Score. The show will no longer be broadcast live on Sunday afternoon or evenings anymore. Instead, you can find the show every Monday morning on demand, right at your fingertips at 8 a.m. Central Time. Go and download it on iTunes, visit us on Spreaker.com, or go to our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com, to get the most recent show and past shows as well. The best way to keep in touch with everything that What's the Score is doing. So once again, no more live shows, but go and download it, iTunes, Spreaker.com, and What's the Score, WTSSportsQuiz.com.
Hey, What's the Score, listeners? This is Bobo from Titletown Sound. I have just 1 minute to tell you all about our podcast and our website, TitletownSoundoff.com. On Titletown Sound, 4 lifelong Green Bay Packers fans, including myself and What's the Score panelist James Korsmo, we come together to talk about the previous week's game, the current state of the team, the outlook for their next matchups, and whatever other topics are on our minds that, as a fellow Packers fan, are probably on yours as well. It's like listening to 4 of your buddies talk football. We give sensible takes on the Packers. Well, okay, mostly sensible. Usually I say something silly or dumb. But the other guys have valuable takes on the Pack, whether positive, negative, or in between. It's straightforward, honest talk. And we love hearing from our fans. We answer Twitter questions from fans every week, and we have a voicemail line if you'd rather vocalize your opinions to us. 10 seconds. The show? Titletown Sound. The website? TitletownSoundoff.com. You can hit us up on Twitter at Titletown Sound, and even if football isn't your bag, give us a try. You might find the entertainment value to be higher than the average football pod.
Welcome back to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz, and thanks for listening. We're broadcasting from the Attention Era Media Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe, and we're playing this week with Dan O'Donnell, Armen Saryen, and Barry Nelson. And here, once again, is your host of What's the Score, Baxter Colburn!
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. A quick reminder, you can find the show on demand by going to our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com, and subscribing on iTunes as well. Time now for our favorite segment called Stump the Scheibe. The way it works is I give Josh 2 sports facts. One of them is correct, one of them is false, and he must tell me which one of the 2 is the real fact. Game Master Scheibe, are you ready to play, sir?
Let's do it.
All right, here's your first one. The city of Cleveland has more titles in the Big 4 sports than Dallas, San Francisco, Washington, Baltimore, Denver, and Houston. Okay, that's your first one. The second one is Joe Montana and Terry Bradshaw were childhood friends, but were always forced to play on opposite teams due to being the 2 best players.
Oh, could I have the first one again?
Of course. Cleveland has more titles in the 4 big sports than Dallas, San Francisco, Washington, Baltimore, Denver, and Houston.
Well, that's a good one, Bax. Let's see.
Otherwise, Joe Montana and Terry Bradshaw, childhood friends, couldn't be on the same team because they were the 2 best players always.
I feel like I would have known about that already if it was true, so I'm going to go with the first one.
That is correct,
Cleveland
yes.
has more.
Cleveland has more titles. So enough with all those complaints. If you're a Cleveland sports fan, be like, we don't ever win. Be like, hey, there's some big names on there. Dallas, San Fran. I mean, but you also look at the other pro teams in those select categories. You're like, okay, well, then I guess that makes sense.
Also, all of those championships happened in like the 40s and 50s.
Hey, still counts.
So you've got to be an 85-year-old.
Don't leave out the 20s and 30s.
Cleveland.
Yeah, those were some great years. Come on.
Jim Brown was spectacular. That was 70 years ago.
Yeah.
It still works, though. All right, here we have one more final round of panelist questions now.
That's right. Barry, the first one's for you. A ridiculous video came out this week showcasing Lindsey Vonn doing what?
Oh, God. It wasn't with Tiger,
You're
was it?
leaving that open to me? Oh,
I am,
goodness.
yes. We'll see if you're mature enough to answer this, Barry.
Can I get a hint?
You can. Well, there was a video that she also did that came out a couple of months ago that involved her doing the exact same thing with a lot less.
Oh, my goodness. It was with Tiger.
I don't know this at all.
Skiing?
It's a typical athletic exercise that you can do to get better muscles.
You know, I think my wife showed me the video earlier this week.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, his wife showed you. Yeah.
Pretty sure
I want to
not
say she
tweetable.
said, "Did you see this?" But jeez, I'm gonna say yoga.
No, unfortunately. She did pull-ups with a broken arm.
Wow.
Yes.
wow.
So for those that don't know, about 3 weeks ago, she had a terrible training accident, snapped her arm in half, basically. And then she just posted a video just back on Wednesday of her doing pull-ups. Her right arm has got the cast on, but she's still doing pull-ups, mostly with the left arm.
Oh, my gosh.
So the next time you were like, should I get out of bed this morning? Be like, look, she can do freaking pull-ups. Yeah.
She's a beast.
She is.
Wow.
She absolutely is. All right, Armen, question for you.
Okay.
The New York Mets dealt out a ton of cash for what player this week?
Oh, I should know this. Well, they re-signed Cespedes, didn't they? Or no?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Oh, wait, I shouldn't give you that one.
But yes, that is correct.
correct?
Yeah, Jonas Cespedes. Yes.
I thought maybe they signed
Yes.
another guy, too. Remember that?
Yeah, 4-year, $110 million pay deal. I am still a massive advocate for the fact that athletes do not need to be paid that much money, especially in baseball. They play, if they're lucky, 20 total minutes of actual game during the 3-hour time you go to one single game.
Well,
These
yeah.
players don't need to be paid that much.
There's no cap in baseball, and that's the
I
one
know
sport.
that, but even still.
But that's the way the market works, I guess, for them.
I mean, if you, I want to be really curious to break it down to see how much money these guys are getting paid per minute or second
pitchers,
that they're actually doing something on.
Starting pitchers get per start. I'm sure it's crazy. It's per start, per sandwich in the clubhouse.
All right, Dan. Speculation over how the Chicago Cubs won the World Series may have finally been laid to rest this week. Apparently, which holy leader is a Cubs fan?
I'm going to go the Pope.
Yes, that is correct. So it's kind of interesting. The Chicago Archbishop Blaise Chupik paid the Pope a visit this week, then tweeted out a picture. Who knew cardinals and bishops had Twitter? But they do.
Oh, yes.
Well, the Pope does have Twitter. He said, news of the Cubs win reached all the way to the Vatican. And then he said, the Pontiff can now celebrate with us as we ask for our prayers, fly the W. I'm a little surprised, though. The Pope, you think he'd be a Cardinals fan, being surrounded by them all
You would
day.
think so.
Exactly.
But,
exactly.
I would have thought more the Dalai Lama would have been the Cubs fan. But
I thought he was an Angels fan.
I could have just seen the Pope with a big chaw in his
Oh,
cheek,
yes.
swilling a beer, watching the Cubs win.
Well, folks, it's time for me to break up the fun once again. But when we come back, our final contestant will play another one of our new games. Don't go away. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz.
Hey guys, this is Baxter Colburn. Just want to take a quick minute to remind all of you to go check us out on social media. You can go find us on Facebook by searching for What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz. And while you're on our Facebook page, why not invite some of your friends to come like our Facebook page as well? You can go and check out all the great recordings that we do, behind-the-scenes pictures. You can see the different videos we do with a lot of our panelists as well, and just get to know What's the Score a little bit better as well. Also, go check us out on Twitter, at WTS Sports Quiz, and at WTS Sports Quiz on Instagram as well. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the three most powerful things on the social media spectrum right now, and What's the Score is on all of them. Go and check us out today.
Welcome back, everyone. This is What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz. I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master. Our Name 5 panelist showdown is coming up, but first we've got a new game for you. Here to get the game going is your host at the Attention Era Media Studios here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. it's Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thanks, everyone. Just a reminder to go check out our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com. You can find archive shows, who tops our panelist leaderboard. Armen's going for a top spot today. We'll see how he does. And many, many other exciting things.
It's time to welcome in our final contestant. Playing our last game is Joel Wagler. Welcome to the show, Joel.
Glad to be here.
All right, Joel, in this game, we will test your knowledge of players who have gone from the CFL to the NFL or vice versa.
In this game, which we're calling Take Off, we'll ask you 5 questions about players that have gone from the CFL to the NFL or vice versa, as Baxter said. Answer at least 3 correctly, and you'll win a What's the Score prize. If you need help, you can ask one of our panelists for a hint, but on only one question, so make sure you choose wisely. Are you ready to play?
Let's go.
All right, here's your first one. This quarterback has played in the NFL for the 49ers, Lions, and Texans, as well as the CFL's Calgary Stampeders. Was it A, Scott Mitchell, B, Jeff Garcia, or C, Kurt Warner?
Jeff Garcia.
Yes, that is correct. Yeah. Nicely done. I could hear the gears turning. You're like, he's like going through the list of people.
Play
like,
for the Browns as well.
Jeff.
He's been around.
Jeff played for a lot of people.
Yeah.
He played for the Eagles.
He took over from
McNabb.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, here's your next one. In 2006, this player was named the greatest CFL player of all time by TSN, the sports network, for his time playing with British Columbia, Calgary, and Toronto. Is it A, Tom Clements, B, Warren Moon, or C, Doug Flutie?
I think they gave that one to Gretzky, too.
Yeah. They just give him all the Gretzky.
He's so good then.
Let's go with Doug Flutie.
Yes, that is correct.
I haven't had a bowl of Flutie Flakes in a while.
That is just about to say that. What do you can get? Jordy Nelson. What is it now?
Farm Flakes.
Farm Flakes. Yeah, Warren Moon is actually number 5 on the list, and current Packers assistant coach Tom Clements is 47th on the list. The more you know. All right, here is your next one, Joel. This current Miami Dolphin used to play for the BC Lions, where he was named the most outstanding rookie in 2007. Is it A, Cameron Wake, B, Andre Branch, or C, Mario Williams?
I'll have to take a hint on this one.
Okay, would you like to talk to Dan, Barry, or Armen?
How about Armen?
All right, Armen, how can you help out Joel?
All right, this player played for Penn State. Is that not good enough?
Branch.
Andre Branch, that is incorrect. No, Cameron Wake, actually. And surprisingly, in just the 2 years of play, Wake was named to the Washington Examiners CFL All-Decade team for 2000 to 2009. Only took him 2 years. He's a pretty good player.
Oh, he's a good player playing with the Dolphins. I was sorry I wasn't creative enough there.
I was going to say,
That's all I had for you.
bit vague, but it's all good. All right, here is your next one, Joel.
This receiver played for the Chiefs and the Saints after leaving the CFL, where, strangely enough, he was never actually called to play for a Canadian team. Was it A, Mel Gray, B, Dwayne Bowe, or C, Joe Horn?
Joe Horn.
Yes.
I knew that one before I had the choices.
There you go. That is correct. Joe Horn, a wide receiver for the New Orleans Saints. Best remembered for his cell phone celebration back when there was Joe Horn and T.O. and Chad Ochocinco.
Right.
Doing
Flip
all those
phone.
crazy, little flip phone. Was it in the goalpost?
It was
Yeah.
underneath the padding of the goalpost.
I always wondered how many times he put it there and didn't score.
Yeah, it's like, why is Joe on the field? Like, I got to get my phone, guys. It's
Right.
like, why is your phone on the field? Shh, don't worry about it. All right, Joel, here's your final one. Now, which NFL legend played for 3 years with the Toronto Argonauts in the early 1970s? Was it A, Fran Tarkington, B, Joe Theismann, or C, Ken Stabler?
Let's go with Joe Theismann.
Yes, that is correct. Nicely done. All right, Game Master Shabby, how did Joel do on our game?
Joel got 4 out of 5 correct. He's a winner!
Hey, congratulations, Joel. Thank you so much for playing, sir.
And the moment you've all been waiting for is almost here. Stick around and listen to our panelists duke it out on the Left's Lucky Town Name 5 Panelist Showdown, coming up right after the break. You're listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz. Hello all, I'm Josh Scheibe, your game master here at What's the Score, the Sports News Quiz. Thanks for listening in. I may not know much about sports, but what I do know about are our social media pages. Check us out on Facebook at What's the Score, or Twitter and Instagram at WTS Sports Quiz. Thanks very much for listening.
Hey everybody, just want to take a quick minute to remind you to go and check out our website, WTSSportsQuiz.com. It has all the latest information about WTS and everything that's going on. Find out more information about Game Master Scheibe. Check out the blog section to see what our latest articles are. Or even go and check out our panelist leaderboard, our archive, and all the numerous other things that you can find by visiting us at WTS Sports Quiz. And if you want to be a contestant, why not fill out our contact form or our contestant form and let us know if you want to be a part of our terrific show today. Thanks so much for listening, and let's get back to the action.
Hello and welcome back. Thanks for listening to What's the Score? The Sports News Quiz. I'm your game master, Josh Scheibe. Our panelists have been warming up their final showdown. While they get ready, here's your host at the Attention Era Media Studios in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Baxter Colburn.
Thank you, Josh. Thank you, everybody. We've had a fantastic show, our one-year anniversary show. It just seems like yesterday, Game Master Scheibe. We were recording back at the humble, quaint little BLC studios, and now here we are at the beautiful Attention Era Media Studios. Time certainly flies, doesn't it?
Oh, it certainly does.
And we've this is our 45th show as well, too, so it's pretty crazy how much we've been able to accomplish since last December. So very special thanks to all of you for your support of our show, and we look forward to seeing what 2017 has to offer for the show. With all that being said, Game Master Scheibe, what time is it?
It's time for the Left's Lucky Town Name 5 Panelist Showdown. Our panelists will be given 4 topics in which they will have 10 seconds to name 5 people, teams, places, or things related to the sports world. Each panelist will have the same category, however, they cannot repeat answers. 1 point is awarded for each correct answer.
All right, Game Master Scheibe, can you give us the scores, please?
I can. Dan's in third with 2 points.
No.
Armen's in second with 3, and Barry's in the lead with 4.
Oh, interesting. All right, Dan, we will be starting with you. So as Game Master Scheibe mentioned, you will have 10 seconds to name 5. Okay, if you get to 5 in under that 10 seconds, you can stop, and you're good to go.
Okay.
All right, the first round we will be doing is naming 5 current NHL teams. 10 seconds, Dan, and begin.
Nashville Predators, Montreal Canadiens, Boston Bruins, New York Rangers, New York Islanders.
There you go. You got 5. Nicely done. We applaud the fivers on the show. Barry, over to you. 10 seconds. Remember, you cannot repeat answers. And go.
Winnipeg Jets, Chicago Blackhawks, Minnesota Wild, Dallas Stars, and Calgary Flames.
There you go. He got 5. Nicely done. All right, Armen, will we go for the 5 sweep? Here we go. 10 seconds and begin.
All right, the Florida Panthers, the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Anaheim Ducks, the LA Kings, and the San Jose Sharks.
There you go.
Boom.
5. Boom, boom, boom.
You really want warm weather, don't you?
Yeah, he's going to all the warm places.
I went to the coast. I went to the coast.
Ah, there we go. All right, Dan, you'll lead off round number 2. You'll be naming 5 current NFL tight ends. Current NFL. I'm sorry, not Dan. I'm sorry, Barry. I'm looking at Barry saying Dan. You can tell who's on my brain.
Current NFL tight ends.
Anyway, we'll talk after. All right, Barry. 10 seconds. Current NFL tight ends, and go.
Jared Cook, Richard Rodgers, Robert Gronkowski, Martellus Bennett, and Cameron Brate.
There you go. He got 5. Look at
All
that.
right.
All the notable ones are gone, so good luck the rest of the way.
Those are all on my fantasy team.
Ah,
so
there we go.
that's
You
why
have
I got
5 tight ends on your team?
No, I have 3 fantasy teams. So.
I like the flex. I just put all the tight ends. I'm in a 5 tight end league, actually. All right, Armen, 10 seconds, and go.
Let's go with Antonio Gates, Hunter Henry, Jack Doyle, Tyler Eifert, and Eric Ebron.
There you go.
Oh,
yes,
hey,
he's been tearing it
I
up.
almost couldn't think of a 5th. And I was like, I got to pull it out of here.
All right, Dan, over to you. 10 seconds, and go.
All right, we'll go with Kobe Fleener, Dennis Pitta, Julius Thomas. Oh my goodness, the guy from Seattle. It's Jimmy Graham, and
There we go. He got 4. Okay, all right. So we finally had 1 dip below that perfect record, but it's still got 2 more rounds. All right, Armen, you're going to lead us off in our 3rd round. You're going to be naming current U.S. men's soccer players. 10 seconds, and go.
Is Freddie Adu still playing, right?
No.
No, that doesn't count? Jeez. U.S. men's soccer players, I should know some. Dempsey?
Oh.
A little late on
I
that
can't
one.
bet. That's a bad one. That's a bad one for me.
All right,
Don't
Dan.
worry, I'm in the same boat.
10 seconds.
I didn't have time to think either. That's
He
a bad
could
one.
name 50, and I would still.
That's bad to go first on.
All right, Dan, 10 seconds and go.
All right, technically Tim Howard is still
Yes,
playing.
that is
Brad
correct.
Guzin.
Yes.
Dempsey, Clint
Yep,
Dempsey.
that is correct.
Oh, boy. John Brooks.
Yep.
Gosh.
Brooks, of course.
There you go. He got
Brooks.
4. Interesting.
That's a hard one.
That is a
Very
hard
hard
one.
one. We try to progressively get a little bit harder as the
Very
rounds
good.
go. Got to make you feel good about yourself, and then we come back. And get you.
Eric Winalda.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. All right, Barry. 10 seconds and go.
9, 8. Tim Howard was the only one I know. The only other one I know is Messi, and he's obviously not American.
He's not? No.
Okay,
there we go. He got 0 on that one. All right, as we head into the final round, what are the scores?
The scores are Armen in third with 13, Barry in second with 14, and Dan's in the lead with 15.
Oh,
Just
interesting.
like as I put up that goose.
Soccer question.
Soccer questions.
So the way the final round
Carrying me
works, the way our final round works is you are given 10 seconds to name as many of the final category. So it gives you an
Oh, boy.
opportunity to
All right.
get more than that 5 cap. Armen, since you are in last place,
Yeah.
you will go first. Our
Okay.
category in the final round will be naming 5 current AFC West players. So that's Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers. 10
So
seconds.
okay.
As many as you can. From the Broncos, Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers. Okay?
Broncos, Raiders. Okay.
I believe that's all who's in the AFC West, if I'm not mistaken. 10 seconds and go.
Derek Carr, Michael Crabtree, Amari Cooper, Latavius Murray, Paxton Lynch, Vaughn Booker, Demarius Thomas.
7. All right.
All right.
Not bad,
All
not
right.
bad.
All right.
That's decent.
All right, who is up next? That'd
be Barry.
Barry. All right, 10 seconds. Remember, you cannot repeat answers. And begin.
Trevor Siemian, Emmanuel Sanders, Phillip Rivers, Melvin Gordon. Trying to. Yeah, man, oh, man. That 10 seconds
He
creeps
got
up on you.
4.
Jeez,
He
yeah,
got
it does.
4. All right,
No.
so before we get to Dan, what is Dan looking at?
Dan needs 5 to tie and 6 to win.
Okay, and we do have a tiebreaker if we get to that point. All right, Dan, 10 seconds. Current AFC West players, and go.
Alex Smith, Jeremy Maclin, Travis Kelce, Eric Berry, Hunter Henry, and I need one more, and it's going to be, oh, my goodness.
Oh, so we have a tie. All right, Game Master Scheibe, who are the two ties?
It's tied between Armen and Dan.
Oh, boy.
Okay,
All right.
Armen and Dan.
This is a blood sport now, so.
All right.
All right. So we
I'm
have
getting out of the middle of this one.
So we got to break the tie. Our tiebreaker. First of all, Game Master Scheibe, flip a coin so we know who's going to go first of the two.
It's Dan.
All right, Dan. Well done. So, Dan, you can either choose to go first or second. It'll be the same type of thing where you'll have as many as you can name in 10 seconds. So
Oh, boy.
Would you
Well,
like to,
if
would
this
you
was
like
a-
to kick or receive before you
If this was a rap battle,
Yes.
you have to go second.
Right. Okay.
So I'm gonna go with that. You
You're
go
gonna,
first.
You're
All
going
right.
to defer to the second
Yeah,
half.
yeah.
All right, Armen, you're going to have 10 seconds to name as many as you can of the 32 NFL teams. All right?
Oh, yeah.
10 seconds and go.
Packers, Bears, Lions, Vikings, Dolphins. Oh, my goodness. Rams, 49ers, Raiders, Jets, Patriots, Giants. I took too much time.
10. We got 10 for him. Okay.
Okay. The problem is I don't remember which ones he said.
Yeah.
already.
We have 3 people counting, so hopefully we'll be able to figure it out as well. Be like, did he say that one? I don't know. So you cannot tie. You have to get 11 to win or more.
Oh, boy. I have to get
so
11.
if you get 10, then Armen wins.
All right.
Okay? 10 seconds, as many as you can of the NFL teams that are remaining, and go.
Chargers, Seahawks, Dolphins, Jaguars, Panthers, Saints, Patriots. He said Patriots. Oh, no. Oh, that does creep up on you.
So he got 6 total. All right, so as Game Master Scheibe tallies up the final scores, we will reveal how everybody finished. Game Master Scheibe, what are the final scores this
The
week?
final scores are Barry in third with 18 points, Dan in second with 26, and Armen's the big winner with 30 points.
Hey, there it is. Tapping on him.
Dan, I think you made a tactical error giving me the first run.
You know, I did, and as soon as I said
You
it, I
would've
said,
beaten
you know
me.
what? If you go first, you have a huge advantage.
You would have
in this
beaten.
one.
You would have beaten me otherwise. You would have beaten me.
Yes. So congratulations, Armen.
Thank you.
We always chat with our panelists here at the end. So you talked in the beginning of the show about, I'm going to bring my second place trophy.
Yeah.
You finally have a nice little shiny gold medal to add to your
I did.
collection.
I do. Yes, I took first, and it's been a while for me, so I'm happy I'm happy to be the winner today.
Yeah, well, we're very excited
on this special
on this special
show.
occasion.
Yeah.
We couldn't have had a better first place winner. Barry, your first time on the panel. What'd you make of your first What's the Score
It
experience?
was awesome, but it just proves that experience, is it really helps, because that 10 seconds at the end really, as Dan said, creeps up on you. But I had fun. This was awesome, and I hope I get asked back.
Well, we'd love to have you back. And Dan, your first time.
Yeah,
you weathered the storm of a cold and the snow and a candy cane in your daughter's hair, and you still are here.
Oh yeah, it neither rain nor sleet nor dark of night could get me away from here. It's a lot of fun, Baxter.
Well, good. I'm glad.
A lot of fun doing
glad
this
you
show.
guys enjoyed it. So thank you very much. What's the Score has been a production of Attention Era Media. Thanks to our contestants and studio audience here at the Attention Era Media Studios.
Our panelists this week have been Dan O'Donnell, Armen Saryen, and Barry Nelson.
Our social media producer is Tony Larson. Our social media staff is comprised of Emily Heffler and Christian Gill.
Our theme was composed by Danny Hoffenstein. Our show producers were David Bobke and Caleb Pearson, and the executive director of What's the Score is Liz Colburn. I've been your game master, Josh Scheibe.
And I've been your host, Baxter Colburn. Thanks so much for a great first year. Let's do it again in 2017. We'll see you next time on What's the Score.